Welcome to this section of your tax return form, and we're going to explain what you have to do, and if you have any questions, please give us a call. This section is for completing your self-employed accounts and is the second section of step 2. The first thing you have to do is record some basic information regarding your self-employed activity, and you will see the questions we ask on the screen. Use the help buttons and the need help section for additional information. If you are married and both self-employed, you have to create separate accounts for each of you, so tick both boxes for self and spouse. If your spouse is a self-employed person, then only select spouse. Remember that self is the person in whose name the tax return is being made. Generally the husband, but could also be the wife. If it is the wife, then for making your self-employed accounts, self is wife and spouse is the husband. Once complete, save and continue to the next section, which is for recording assets used in the business such as cars, computers and such like. We use the same workflow system. Click on Add New Asset and this will bring you to a new screen. Never use the percentage symbol and always use only whole numbers and no commas or decimal points. For recording an asset purchase, tick Purchase box, and for the sale of an asset, select the tick box for sale. However, you cannot record the sale of an asset until you have first recorded the purchase of that asset in our systems. You must select spouse if you're making a record for your spouse, as the box is automatically set itself. Also, see the information in our help buttons and the need help section. You have to select the type of asset you are using in the business, for example a car, taxi, special energy efficient assets, being electric cars, or other which covers office furniture, computers and everything else. You have to enter the cost details and the time of purchase. You also have to say how much of the asset is used for business purposes. For example, a car might be used 75% for business and 25% private use. The tax allowance is different for the different type of assets, but our calculators will automatically calculate the correct tax allowance that is due and carry over the balance for the following tax year. The allowance for the first year is done on a time apportionment basis. Press Save Asset, and if you have more than one asset to enter, click on Add New Asset again and follow the same procedures until you have recorded all your tax allowable capital assets. Then press Save and continue to the next section, which is for creating your self-employed profit and loss account. Remember, use only whole numbers, never commas, no decimal points and no euro symbols. Also use our help buttons and the need help section to guide you through it, and if you get stuck or have a problem, just give us a call. The profit and loss account will be automatically completed after you record your sales and expenses details and the figures carried into your final tax calculation. Towards the end of the profit and loss account screen, you have to identify how much of your expenses relate to private use. You'll see we have additional information on this in our help buttons and also in the need help section. At the end of the account, the revenue requires some additional information regarding your debtors and creditors and bank balances. Again, we have more information about this in our help buttons. If you ever need to change or correct figures in your profit and loss account afterwards, it's very easily done by simply changing the original figure to the correct one and press Save and Continue, and the amended figures will automatically update your records. You've now completed the self-employed section, and press Save and Continue will bring you on to the next section.